What's up, guys? It is Brad with College SportsCast. We are here to do our show of Game Day Pick'ems. This is college football week 8. Welcome into Game Day Pick'em here at College SportsCast. I've got John Hammonds on with me tonight. What's up, Hammonds?
What's up, man?
You ready for week 8 of college football already?
It's wild, ain't it?
I mean, didn't we just start week 1 like, I don't know, 9 days ago or something like that?
Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't
it? All right, guys. It is Brad with College Sportscast. We are here to do Game Day Pick'ems. And if you're on Facebook with us, we appreciate you. You can help support us by sending stars, or you can subscribe for just 99 cents a month. And that gives you your own page, your own subscribers page, your own subscribers chat. And again, it's just 99 cents a month. On that page, you can post as well and kind of interact with us. So that gives you something there to do as well. Again, it's just 99 cents a month, man. All right. If you are on Facebook with us, please like and subscribe, follow. If you are on Facebook, like and subscribe as well. Comment, share, tap in with us as we are going through these games and have a little fun with us, guys. All right. Also, this is a show we do. This is for betting purposes and things. So this is a show we do for that. This is Game Day Pick'ems. At the top left of the screen, I'm going to leave this up while we are on the show here tonight. This is a Bet Us link with the Real Fresh channel. It is us and the Real Fresh channel that is sharing this. It's a Bet Us link. If you scan the QR code at the top left of the screen, it'll send you to this link that is actually on the screen right now, and you get 3 deposit matches for up to 125%. So if you put in $40, you will get an extra $10. Basically, if you put in 400, you'll get 500 in a deposit match. So it's pretty cool. You get 3 of those. Check them out. If you are one that does any betting, 3 deposit matches of 125% is pretty cool for you. I'm going to leave that up on the top of the screen as we go through the games tonight. John, we're going to start out. This is on a Thursday night, by the way. If you are, we normally do these on Friday nights, but tomorrow night I'm going to be in Lexington. So, and excited to be in Lexington for the blue-white game tomorrow night. So we're doing this on Thursday night this week. And on football, we can do that because the odds and stuff are already out. And basketball, the weekend odds for Saturday games on Thursday usually aren't there. So I'm not sure what we're going to do if it comes down to that. But tonight, John, we're going to start with a Friday night game. We're going to start with Louisville is at Miami. Of course, Miami is number 2 in the country. Louisville has fallen out after their loss to Virginia, the top 25. And Miami is a 13.5-point favorite at home. What do you think about this one, John? You must be muted.
Damn. Can you hear me now?
Yep, I got you now.
Well,
Actually,
muted again. It's
Yeah,
acting up
going in
tonight
now.
for some odd reason. But anyways, Louisville's been playing pretty good, I think. They had the little slip up against Virginia a few weeks ago. Miami is probably playing at a level that nobody has seen this year, probably in 5 or 6 years, to be honest. In Hurricane Land, Carson Beck's playing really, really well. Fletcher, their running back, Reuben Payne. Reuben Bain, is the guy on their defensive side of the ball. I think he's playing as good as anybody. To me, this is still a high spread. Honestly, even though it's at Miami. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to take Louisville on the points. But I do think Miami wins this game. I just think they're playing at another level beyond a team called more or less Ohio State. I said that last night. I think Miami is playing in that level beyond what Ohio State's playing. I think it's Ohio State, and I think it's Miami, and then I think it's everybody else. And I just don't see Louisville going on the road and winning this game.
I mean, Louisville usually does put some points on the board, so 13.5 does seem a little bit high. I mean, Miami has been playing well, but I don't recall them scoring 45 or 50 points in any game this year. Most of the time they've scored 26, 28, 32, somewhere in that range. They have a really good defense, so they've been kind of dominating on the defensive side of the ball as well. I kind of think that Louisville will probably be able to put up a few touchdowns on them. I think this spread, like you said, John, is just a little bit high. But I tell you what, I'm going to go opposite of you. You picked Louisville and the points. I'll take Miami and lay the points in this one. I think it's really close. Could this be a 2-touchdown win? 14, 16, 17 points? I think it could be. So I'm going to say take Miami and do the opposite of what you did. Instead of us doing the same thing every time. All right,
Yeah.
these are Saturday games. Starting on Saturday, this is a noon game here on Saturday. LSU is at Vandy. And Vandy is a 2.5-point favorite at home. I don't know about you guys, but that still seems awfully weird. It looks awfully weird to me when you see LSU and Vandy being favored.
On one side, you got Diego Pavia that is playing probably as excellent as he's been. Their offense has played really well. Cedric Alexander, their running back, has played really, really well. Eli Stowers, he's really good at the tight end position. Listen, Brad, LSU's defense has been really good this year. And I'll be honest with you, Vanderbilt's going to put some points up. But the main thing that worries me in this game is LSU's offense. They've yet to score more than 20 points against the SEC opponent. But is this a game where Garrett –
they haven't needed to score more yet. So
now they're probably going to storm this Vanderbilt defense. Vanderbilt's defense is halfway good, but it's not overpowering. I think they'll move the football. I think there'll be some points. But when it's all said and done, I really like Vanderbilt in this game. I think they win this game. I think they win at home, and I think they get a big win over LSU.
Well, I'll tell you what, if they can beat LSU this week, I mean, they're setting 5-1. The only loss they had is the Alabama game. They're setting 5-1. You win here, find a couple of more. I mean, you win here, they could easily get to 8, maybe 9 wins this year. somewhere in that range. I think they could get to 8 or 9 wins here this year. This is a big game for them at home. Brian Kelly is coming in. That offense has kind of struggled just a little bit. Nussmeier, I'm just not sure what to say or think about him. I know that the scouts and everybody, NFL, before the season started, had him ranked as a possible number 1 pick. John, I just don't see it. I just don't like. I do not see him being.
He's not.
Great.
He's not been the quarterback that everybody thought he would. Their defense, I thought, has played really, really well. Blake Baker might be one of the best play callers in college football as a defensive coordinator. I think he's kind of got them revved up. They've been playing at a high level. Even at Vandy, it's going to be a tough environment. Vanderbilt's improved. They're ranked now. Got Diego Pavia. This is a big game, honestly, that a lot of people are not looking at, because if LSU was to lose this game, it could probably knock them out of the chance for playing for a college football playoff and possibly an SEC title.
It is a big game. It's a big game for both schools. What's up, Braden? It was a fun trip. I had a great time in Birmingham, Braden. This is a big game for both. I mean, LSU, honestly, is still in the hunt for a playoff spot. I know they've got the 1 loss, but they're still in the hunt for a playoff spot. They just can't afford to lose here. I'm gonna take LSU and take the 2.5. I know that's not much. Just something tells me that Brian Kelly's going to figure out a way, even if it's on the road. All right, our next game we're going to go to is an ACC game. We're going Georgia Tech is at Duke. John, this Duke team has been playing pretty well since the early game or two, first couple of games. Manny Diaz has them playing really well. They've been winning some pretty big games and winning by a lot, putting a lot of points on the board. But this Georgia Tech team is still undefeated and is playing for a lot here. So Duke is favored 1.5 at home.
Yeah, Georgia Tech's playing for an ACC championship. They're also playing for bigger prize, the college football playoff. And let's be honest, on the other side of it, you got a Duke team that has figured it out after the first 3 games.
I believe they're still
Mensa, I think they played really well.
Aren't they still undefeated?
Yeah, they're 3-0 in ACC. So this is a big test, especially for Georgia Tech on the road. Haynes King is playing at a high level right now. The defense is playing really well. Let's be honest though, Brad. Georgia Tech is lucky to even be where they are. They should have lost a week ago to Wake Forest. They skimmed out by the narrows of their teeth. So here's another road game. You're going to Duke, a Duke team that's 3-0, playing for basically the ACC title too. If they win this game, they're 4-0. And they got a chance to play for an ACC championship. So this is a big game in the ACC, but I think I'm going to stick with my guns. I think I'm going to pick Georgia Tech. I just think Haynes King's too much. I think the offense gets it done, and I think Georgia Tech makes just enough stops to win this game.
That's who I want to pick is Georgia Tech and the Yellow Jackets in this game. I really like what Brent's done with this team. I love their offensive line play, the way they run the ball and pass the ball. They're really tough and gritty, but man, the last month, Duke has kind of been impressive.
They have. They look good. They
They've
played really
putting a
well.
lot of points on the board. If they can put those kind of points on the board, I think Duke can win this game. I mean, if they put above 30, I don't think Georgia Tech is putting that many points on the board. I have a feeling this is a tough one, John. This is a tough one.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
I'm gonna go.
This,
I'm gonna go.
This is going to be
Duke.
one of those games where
It
I'd be
is a
afraid to even
toss-up.
pick.
It's a toss-up. I'm gonna go Duke and lay the 1.5. Braden says he don't like them Blue Devils. Huh? I wonder why. Oh, me. Come on. That was funny, John. All right, we're going to the Big 12. Arizona is at Houston. Arizona is actually a 1.5 point favorite on the road against this Houston team. Houston might be going the other way, though. We'll see here, maybe after this week. John, who do you like in this game?
I really like Houston. I think they played really well this year. They figured some things out, especially at quarterback with Connor Wigman. I think he's played really, really well. Now, they got whipped, I think, what was it, last week? Lost to – I'm trying to think who they lost to. Was it a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
I can't remember if it was last week. I was busy last week, so I didn't really get to watch.
They didn't play great, but anyways, I like Houston, especially at home. Arizona's kind of been up and down a little bit. Arizona's still going through like a coaching kind of a change, after Jib Fish kind of ran off and left and went to Washington. So, I don't know, Brad. This is more or less a pick'em game to me. I think I'm going to go Houston, but I wouldn't be shocked either if Arizona won this game.
I mean, I'm kind of afraid Houston's going the other way. They started out, I think, 4-0.
Yeah, they started out great, and then they kind of went on a losing streak and didn't play great.
Right now, and Arizona seems to be playing a little bit better. Fafita seems to be playing pretty well the last couple of weeks. I'm going to take the Wildcats here on the road in this game. The next one is a Big Ten game. I don't have too many Big Ten games this week on here. I almost put Washington at Michigan on here, but Nebraska is now ranked, and Washington and Michigan are not. So I picked Nebraska at Minnesota here, and Nebraska, I believe, was a 7.5 point favorite at Minnesota.
Yeah, I like this Nebraska team. I think, Dylan Raiola is playing really good. Let's be honest, Nebraska still got a shot at the college football playoff. Like, they're 5-1. So there's still a chance there, I think. Minnesota's not been exactly what I would say good, Brad. They've not played great at times. So I think I'm going to take Nebraska here. I just think Nebraska is playing a lot better. I don't think there will be a lot of distraction, especially with Matt Rule and going to Penn State. I think they kind of keep that level, and I think they win this game. But at the same time, I do think they'll win. It does me a little bit too, but I think they'll win this game on the road.
Look, Minnesota plays pretty good at home most of the time.
I just think, Brad, they got better athletes. Nebraska does than Minnesota.
I do too, and I think Nebraska wins this game. The 7.5 kind of scares me. I wished it was 6.5, so I could get the
Yeah.
touchdown win here, to be honest. I think I'm going to take Minnesota and the points, I believe. But I do
Yeah.
believe Nebraska wins this game. I think that's where I'm going to go with this one. All right, Oklahoma is at South Carolina. Of course, Oklahoma's coming off that loss last week in the Red River rivalry to the Texas Longhorns. They are a 5.5 point favorite here at South Carolina.
Did you watch the South Carolina game last week?
I did not.
That was tough to watch, man. They didn't play great. I think they started out real quick, got a lead. LSU kind of put their defense in Sellers' face. He just could not do anything in the second half. LSU just dominated the second half. You look at Mateer from last week, did not play great. I feel like they kind of rushed him a little bit with his hand. I think they kind of pushed that a little bit. I felt like Hawkins played a little bit more. This is tough to tell because after losing a game like that, Oklahoma, I don't know how they're going to come out. Are they going to be ready to play? Is his injury going to still be kind of lingering? And South Carolina, believe it or not, are pretty good at home. They're really good at William Bryce. I think this is a kind of a letdown game for Oklahoma again, like Texas was last week. So I think I'm going to take the Oklahoma and the points. I'm still not sold on South Carolina, but I will say this is a huge game for them because after this it gets pretty narrow finding a win.
South Carolina is kind of playing the way that I thought they would. I thought this season would actually be a little bit more of a struggle than what the preseason pundits were all saying, the media was all saying.
I did too. I feel like Sellers has not been what everybody wanted him to be. He struggled out of the gate a little bit. He had the good game against Kentucky. He had the good game against who was it he played early in the year? Was it?
I don't remember. They haven't.
Virginia Tech. I felt like he played good against Virginia Tech. First game, then he kind of. Well, no, they wasn't great. They fired their coach, and then he kind of had the little games where he didn't play good against Sucker or LSU. He didn't look great the week before that. He's just kind of been rocky. He's been up and down all year. And I feel like this is a game where he could have a burnout party.
All right. So for me, man, this is a game that if Oklahoma's going to have the kind of year that they're hoping for, this is a game you absolutely cannot lose.
You need this game for a bowl game. You really do.
I mean, they absolutely cannot lose this game. I'm going to take the Sooners here. I'm not sure what's going on with their quarterback situation. I know he tried to play last week. I don't know if he's full go. I don't really know what's going on, but they've got to figure out a way to win this game. I'm going to take them by 5.5 or more in this and take the Sooners. John, I put this one on because A&M's still undefeated, and good old Bobby Petrino did exactly what I said he was going to do last week, and I told you that he was going to be within the points against Tennessee in Knoxville, and it was just a 3-point game last week. They put up 31 points. I mean,
well, you got to consider too, Brad.
This is in Fayetteville. It's a 7.5 point favorite for the Aggies. What do you think about this one?
Well, I mean, you got to think he was thrown into a really tough, sticky situation. They fire Pittman. They throw him in as the interim coach. Now, let's be honest. I thought he played good at Tennessee, even in a loss. I think it's going to take a lot, Brad, for this team to get to 6 wins. They're 2-4. But if you beat a team like Texas A&M, you pretty much make your season. Now, this is a really tough stretch for A&M. Play Arkansas, LSU, Missouri, then they play at Texas. So this is a needed game for them to win, I think. And Arkansas can score. I love Taylor Green. I think they're third in the nation in third down conversions. The running game was really good against Tennessee last week. The way Bobby Petrino runs his offense is really fun. I love the way he runs his offense. I just think A&M is just going to be too much. Their defense is really good. They don't take the ball away too much, A&M defense, but the tough throws. You saw what they did against Mississippi State. It was tough for them to even move the football, even at all. So I think I'm going to take A&M in this game. I think they win this game.
Yeah, I mean, the spread last week was in the teens, if I'm not mistaken, like 11, 12, 13, something like that.
Yeah.
And I said they were going to cover the spread, and they did. Even in Knoxville, Bobby Petrino with Taylor Green is going to find a way to put some points on the board. I would almost guarantee it. Yeah. A&M does have a great defense, a top defense in the country, to be honest. But I still believe with Taylor Green, Bobby Petrino will find a way to put some points on the board. I still think A&M probably wins this game by 10 plus.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take the Aggies here, even on the road, and even against Bobby Petrino. I know he's going to be pushing these guys. He's trying to have a tryout here to be a head coach again somewhere. So this is his chance. If he could win a game like this, he'll either get this job or somewhere else. It would not surprise me. All right, John. Ole Miss is going to Georgia. Last year,
can you see me or am I froze up?
You're froze.
Let me log out and I'll come back.
All right. Ole Miss is at Georgia. The Rebels last year beat Georgia. It's one of the big games that Lane Kiffin won last year. Even though they lost a couple that they shouldn't have, they did beat the Georgia Bulldogs last year and overcome them. Lane got it done against Georgia last year. This time they are traveling to Athens, and Georgia at home is a 7.5-point favorite here. John's going to try to get back in here. His camera had froze up. So, for me, Kirby Smart has a little work to do here. I do not think this team is as potent as the Georgia teams in the past. I just don't. I think there is a reason that Georgia has kind of struggled just a little bit. I really feel like that the Bulldogs need to put on a good performance here. Ole Miss is still undefeated. They're number 5 in the country. They beat LSU. They're going on the road here. John, what's your initial thoughts here in this game? It's a big one.
Well, I mean, Georgia's pass defense has not been good. Aguilar threw all over him. Now, Ole Miss's defense isn't as good as they was last year. They had, I think, 5 starters picked in the NFL draft. So I think this Georgia offense should be able to score some, especially at home. I like Georgia in this game. However, I really like this Ole Miss offense. I think I don't even know what the over and under is. Is it I think it's like 50, 52, something like that. I think I'm going to take the dogs at home. It's tough to pick against Georgia, especially at home. But I think this is going to be a tough game for Georgia. Trinidad Chambliss is playing as good as anybody. Their defense is playing pretty good. This will be Ole Miss probably their first test they've had in quite a while, especially their second true road test since they scrapped their way to a win at Kentucky. Now they go on the road to Georgia to play between the hedges. So this is going to be a tough game for them. But I think Georgia wins.
I like Ole Miss's running back. Their receivers have been better than what I thought they would be. Trinidad has been pretty impressive. Listen, I think Georgia actually wins this game. I just think it's going to be a 3-point game, a field goal.
Yeah, I think this game's going to be pretty close.
I think it's going to be that close. I think Georgia finds a way to win, but as far as betting, give me Ole Miss and the 7.5 points. And I'm going to check. Got Jonathan Johnson on here with us. What's up, Jonathan? Just want to say hey. Check who is on with us here. All right, John, we are going back to the Big 12. Texas Tech is at Arizona State. This is a pretty big game in the Big
12. Here's the funny thing: both quarterbacks are even questionable to play.
Yeah.
You got Morton. He got hurt last week against Kansas. Will Hammond came in. I felt like he struggled a little bit. Now he was pretty good in the second half against Utah. Levitt is questionable. I think the uncertainty at quarterback here kind of leaves me to make this a pick'em game. Both of these teams were probably the favorites to win the Big 12 with Kansas State, which we saw good and well what Kansas State's doing. They're not playing great. It's funny to me to see a team favored by almost double digits, a road team like Texas Tech is favored. Now, Utah got crushed last week. Arizona State got crushed last week by Utah. They've struggled this season at times, Brad. Lost to Mississippi State. They barely beat Baylor. TCU 3 points. Look on the other side. You got Texas Tech. They beat Utah on the road. They've made a big commitment. I've said it to the NIL to put the best roster out there. They're playing really, really well. They got a good edge in David Bailey. He's a transfer from Stanford. This is a really good Texas Tech football team. It's one that I'm picking probably to win the Big 12 and probably end up going to the college football playoff. They're that good. So this is kind of like a trap. I wouldn't say it's a trap game, but it's a game that I wouldn't fall asleep in because Arizona State is known to win these type of games. You feel like, hey, they're not going to win this game, but they come out and they end up winning it. So I actually think this was going to be a tight game, but I still got Texas Tech.
Yeah, Arizona State has kind of struggled to score. Their quarterback's been dinged up for the last 2 or 3 weeks. He's not sure if he's going to play this week. They lost Cam Scatbo, that has just been a killer for them this year. They just haven't been able to run the ball like they were last year at all. And Texas Tech has played really, really good football. Great defense.
They played
all over the board. Great defense. Like, even if their quarterback is out, I think they have a good enough defense here, probably, especially with an
Yep.
offense that has been struggling. So I'm going to take the Red Raiders in this one. Give me Texas.
Yeah,
Texas. This is probably the big game of the night, or at least one of the big games of the night. There is a couple more that I think is really noteworthy, but this is probably the biggest game of the night. You got the Tennessee Vols. It is the third week in October. If you're an SEC fan, you ought to know what that means. It is Tennessee at Alabama in Tuscaloosa, and the Tide here, John, are an 8.5-point favorite at home.
Yeah, I mean, look at Tennessee, man. They got a really good pass offense. Joey Aguilar is really, really good. They got Chris Brazell at wide receiver. They got Braylon Staley. They're in their second year in Tennessee. Now, Tennessee's probably going up against a really good pass defense. They're really, really good. Tennessee's defense hasn't been good this year, Brad. They're not good at getting off on third downs. They're having a hard time getting off the field. Arkansas moved the ball at will, I thought, against them last week. And then you look on the other side. Alabama's offense, I feel like, has improved since their big dud against Florida State, a game that seems like an outliner every single day. Ty Simpson is starting to look like Ty Simpson. He's in some first-round mock drafts. This is a really big game for both teams, I think, when it comes to the college football playoff. You know, neither one could probably afford a loss, but if somebody could afford one, it'd probably be Tennessee, because Alabama's already got that one loss on their record. But there just ain't nobody beating Alabama in Tuscaloosa at the end of the day. This is a tough place to play. Now, if this was in Tennessee, I'd probably pick the Vols, but going to Tuscaloosa is just a different animal, especially at night. The thing with Tennessee, that's what I said, Jared. The thing with Tennessee, they can't get off the field on third downs. They're struggling to stop third down conversions. I think they was ranked in the middle, maybe. I can't remember what the stat was, but they're having a really hard time getting off the field on third downs. So I think that's going to be a problem Saturday if Alabama can move the football. And Tennessee's defense ain't been playing great.
I just know Tennessee's offense can put up a lot of points.
They can score. They can score. They can score.
8.5 just seems like a lot. This Alabama team, it's not like they've been scoring at will or something. I mean, they did put up 30 against Vandy, but I mean, I think Bama wins this game. The 8.5 kind of scares me, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's at home. It's at Tuscaloosa. It's at night. That's a different animal, especially in the SEC. A good Alabama team. This is.
I'm taking Alabama here. I'm going to roll with the Tide, but the 8.5 does kind of scare me a little bit in this.
It's a little high. I agree.
I think it should be like 6 or 6.5 is what I think the spread should be. All right, John, we're going to go to a really good game here. This is a huge tradition game in college football. USC is at Notre Dame. And again, John, I think this spread seems really high. I know this is at Notre Dame. I see where the game is. I know where it is. But USC, the last few weeks, has been playing better. Won a couple of decent games, beat Michigan. And And Notre Dame started 0-2. I know they've won 4 games. They're 4-2.
I feel like this game is an elimination game, really, Brad. It's Notre Dame has to win out, basically. And this is probably their last chance at a third loss. Nobody's probably playing any better, probably than Notre Dame right now. They went 2-0. Probably their best wins, Boise State. I mean, then their schedule kind of sets up for them. You know, they play Pitt, Boston College. I think they play Navy, Syracuse. Those are probably winnable games. Listen, USC's offense has been really, really good. I don't know, Brad. Illinois is probably one play away from being 6-0. This is probably Lincoln Riley's best team he's had.
I tell you
Here's
what,
the problem. You lose here.
Listen, I know where this game is. I know it's in South Bend. I know that. I'm taking USC in the 9.5 points here, man. I just am. I think that offense is going to put up points. Notre Dame might win this game, but against the spread, I'm taking USC in the 9.5 points.
I'll be honest with you, Brad. I believe this might be one of the best games of the weekend, honestly. You know, both defenses are pretty good. They're very disruptive. I think this is going to be one of those trade shots all game long. Maeva is their quarterback, USC. He's really good. The running backs for Notre Dame are good. It's going to be a really big game, and I think whoever wins this game is going to have a leg up.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Notre Dame absolutely cannot lose another one. If they do, they're going to have to pray that 4 or 5 teams get 3 losses to get in. There's just no other way around it. And USC only has the one.
Tough,
they only have the 1 loss, so this would just be 2 for them. So could they find a way somehow? Maybe, because this is not a Big Ten game for them. So could they still get in the Big Ten championship? I mean, maybe. It's an outside shot. I doubt it.
Possible.
But maybe. But I'm taking USC in the points. I just don't think.
Yeah,
I think 9.5 is too much here, man. I just do. All right, Missouri is at Auburn Saturday night. Missouri, after the Alabama loss last week by 3 at home, is now on the road in the Plains against Auburn. And Missouri Tigers here, the Missouri Tigers are a 1.5 point favorite on the road.
Here's the problem I have with Missouri. You know, they went out and went 5-0, played Bama. I thought they played really well, lost last week. They're 5-1. They're still in the race, but they got to leave Como, Columbia. They don't play good on the road. They play better at home. It's always been a fact. They did beat Baylor, but that was Auburn. I was thinking of somebody else. But, you know, they got the 1 loss on Alabama, the loss on Alabama last week. But I think if you drop this game, though, I think it's going to be tough because you still got road games at Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, A&M at home. It's going to be hard to run the table if they lose this game. So they need to win this game. And on the other hand, why don't you score? I mean, throw the ball in the end zone for once. Like, there's this thing called the forward pass. It's been pretty much an invention since what? The 1950s, Brad? The 1960s, 40s?
Yeah.
Way back in the 30s. Auburn can't score.
I know.
Against good teams, anyway.
Listen, I think I'm taking the Missouri Tigers here, not the
That's
Auburn
why I'm
Tigers.
at. I like this Auburn defense. I think they got a decent defense. But if you can't score points, me and you talked about this earlier today. If you can't score points in the SEC, you're not going to win many football games. Let's just be honest about it. You can't
Hugh,
score.
I
15,
agree with.
14.
I think it was Jared that said it. Hugh Freeze could be in trouble here.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
if
if he
this
loses
game.
Saturday, he's probably done. So that I believe he's done either way. Let's just be honest.
He could definitely be in trouble if he loses this at home again here.
This is another tough game. I don't like Missouri on the road because I don't think they play great on the road. But this Auburn team is just not good, Brad. They can't score. They did go up 10-0, but after they went up 10-0 on Georgia, they couldn't even move the ball.
Another game that I'm going to mention real quick right here. I'm going to mention the Florida-Mississippi State game. Absolute must freaking win. And he may still get fired anyway, but if he loses,
either way he goes.
If he loses to Mississippi State, he's gone Sunday. 100%.
Yeah, he's out the door. 100%.
I agree with you on Hugh, man. It's just not going good there, man. He loses this game, and he may get the axe too.
It's not, man. It's ugly, especially on the offenses. Now, let's be fair, Brad. Their defense is pretty good. They're good at getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, but Hugh Freeze is supposed to be an offensive guy. Hugh Freeze is supposed to be an offensive guy.
It's not working.
Like, what's going on? It's kind of crazy. All right, John, we're going to get to a big game.
Yeah,
I kind of like this game. This game is called the Holy War. Utah is at BYU. The Holy War. It really is called the Holy War. It's out in Utah. This game is in Provo at BYU. And the Utes on the road in a very tough place to play is a 3.5-point favorite.
This might be one of the biggest rivalry games they played in probably a long time. There's more than bragging rights here. The winner of this game is probably going to have a track to the Big 12 title game.
They probably will.
Now, let's be fair. It's still early, but a lot can change. You got Cincinnati in there, Texas Tech, BYU, even Utah. If BYU wins, they're probably going to be 4-0, and they would hold a lead over Utah and have a tiebreaker. So this is a big game for both. I don't think BYU is going to be eliminated if they lose this game, but them getting to a title appearance would probably be good if they could take care of business against their rival. Man, this is a tough game to pick.
It is.
Especially
this is not a game that I would bet, to be honest.
No, BYU's played really great. Provo is a tough environment to play in. Like, that place gets loud. Like, we're talking loud. And this might be one of the biggest games of the year in terms of rivalry games, whatnot. And Utah's got a chance to go on the road and do something special.
Look, for an out west matchup, this is one of the big ones now. Utah and BYU. I'm talking on a national stage.
Yep.
Not just in Utah, on a national stage. This is one of the big out west rivalries.
It is.
Absolutely.
I got BYU, Brad. I think they win this game. I think they put themselves in position to win the Big 12. And my God, how big of a game would it be if BYU and Texas Tech played against each other in the Big 12 championship? Like, that would be huge.
Look, I really like the Utes. I think if you guys have followed college sportscast the last few years, I just like the way Whittingham plays and the way he coaches. I like the program he built. I was a big Bad Moon.
He's built
I
a
was
really good program.
I was a big Cameron Bad Moon Rising fan. He's not there anymore, but I was a big fan of his. But man, what they're doing in Provo and what they have got going on the last several few years here is really impressive.
It is, man.
That is a tough ass place to play. It is literally carved in the mountains. Their stadium is like it is literally carved in the mountains. It's way up in the top of the, I mean, it's just elevation is unbelievable.
By the way, a little update. Your Dodgers went up 3-0 just now. It's looking like a sweep. It's looking like a sweep.
Did somebody say that they were 0-6 against these damn Brewers in the regular season? Is that right?
I think
because I don't see it. But anyway, getting back to this, you started it, David.
I know it is. Sorry.
All right, so getting back to this, man. Now I am taking me. God, this one's tough, man. I think I'm taking BYU at home and the 3.5. If you're giving me 3.5 and BYU in Provo, I think I'm taking BYU. It is absolutely beautiful out there, by the way. It's a wonderful stadium out there in Provo that the Cougars have. And by the way, I saw this. I got to put it up. Go Blue! Come on, Dodgers. One win away from a return to the World Series.
Let's move
Sounds
on.
so good. Sounds so good. Sounds
Let's
so good.
On,
You brought it up, David.
I know I did. Let's move on.
All right. We're moving on. This is what you get for bringing it up right now.
Oh, God.
See? Would you rather talk Dodgers or would you rather talk this?
I'd rather talk to Dodgers, to be honest. Oh.
See what you did? See what you brought on to yourself?
Crazy, brother.
All right, this is the last game of the night. I got to bring this up. This is the very first time Texas has ever been to Lexington. The first time they've ever been to Kroger Field. It is a big deal, okay? This is a big deal when the Texas Longhorns, in their tradition and their history, and with their quarterback and everything that they have going on, coming to Lexington, this is an absolute big deal. Saturday night, the Longhorns, John, are a 12.5-point favorite.
Here's my question. I got a question for you. Can Kentucky come up with any offense? I mean, can they move the ball? Like there's no.
If I knew the answer to that question, I'd just go ahead and play the lottery and win the lottery or some shit.
Here's the problem, Brad. I've said it, you look at last week, Arch Manning, I thought he played really well. He managed the game, and that's what you're supposed to do. You know, they won 23-6. The defense was great. The offense did not play great, but he did enough to win. You know, you look at Kentucky, they was up 10-7 on South Carolina, lost 35-13. They got down, 14-0 to Georgia, and it was, I think, 35-7 before they could blink. Now, Texas stuffed Oklahoma, I thought. They forced 3 turnovers. They stuffed the run. Kentucky's got a problem. Against this kind of defense, Kentucky cannot turn the ball over. They cannot ill afford to not run the football. They got to find some semblance of a run game. They got to find some semblance of a tight end, like maybe throw the tight ends out there. You know, I just try something new offensively to kind of break this monotony, because if you don't, this game could be over by the third quarter.
Might be over by halftime.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And
I don't want it to be.
You know,
like, look, guys, I think if they could somehow, like, wave a magic wand, because they sure as shit ain't smart enough to figure it out. I can tell you that. If they could find a fairy to sprinkle some damn dust on the offense or something, maybe we could play some football Saturday. Maybe.
I'm going to tell you, Brad, here's where the problem lies. If, you know, Arch Manning has not played good at all, okay? He's had some games where he's not looked great. He had the incompletion issues.
Now, this right here, Jared, I could see. I've actually told John that this week, actually. I could see that actually happening.
Oh, Brad. Oh. You and about 3 imaginary wands that you know.
I'm telling you, I'm going to find me some pixie dust.
I'm just telling you. I'm
going to sprinkle some damn pixie dust on
the in this, I got Texas. I just don't think Kentucky's good enough offensively to move the football. You know, they're going to have to move the football against this Texas defense. If they don't move the ball, it's going to be a long night. And if they don't get no pressure on Arch Manning, and I know he's not played great, but if they let him just sit back in the pocket and some of these receivers that
Texas offensive line is not great. It's really not great.
It's really not.
Defensive line is great, but their offensive line is not.
My problem is going to be where the offense, the defense might wreak havoc up front.
Their running back, Baxter, is out. He's hurt. They don't have a great running game. They don't have a great offensive line. Arch Manning has not played great because of the offensive line. Like, there is a chance here if these people will play some damn football. I mean, go out there, execute, use your damn brain, know how to line up in formations. How about this one? Keep your dumb butt from lollygagging down the field on pass plays if you're an offensive lineman.
And recover a fumble at least.
Yeah, maybe, just maybe you could pounce on a football that's wide open in the middle of the field, and maybe you could fall on it. I'm just giving y'all a few pointers. Maybe, just maybe, you ought to know how to line up to punt the fucking ball. Just maybe.
Whoa.
I mean,
Oh, whoa.
I mean, maybe, just maybe, you could go out there and play some football.
Brad's getting in tonight, boys. I'm telling you.
I mean, I feel like Clark Griswold. Holy shit, where's the Tylenol?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm telling you,
man, it frustrates me to no end, Brad. I've said it. You know, I love this team. I love this program. But when you can't even get lined up for a punt, you can't even get lined up for a punt. We're talking a punt, Brad. The thing
I know.
You kick the ball and you kick it to the other team. Like, there has to be, I don't know. Brad said it best. He said, next offensive coordinator they need to do an IQ test.
I'm serious as a heart attack, man. Like, what in the crap is going on up there? John Robinson says, I got him fired up. I can make a speech. I promise you.
Give me some pads and a helmet.
Yeah, there he is again. So give me some pads and a helmet. I can make a speech. I've been a coach a little bit. I can make a speech. I'm telling you, I feel like Clark Griswold.
Holy shit, get me a Tylenol.
Yeah. Holy shit, where's the Tylenol?
Oh, God. Jared says Hamden has been fired from every OC job he's ever had. That's a fact.
Except this one.
Yeah, except this one.
Except this one.
Johnson
He ain't been fired from this one.
Got me fired up. Let's pad up. You know, I would get out there and I would at least try.
I mean,
there ain't, you know.
I'm telling you. It's the craziest thing I ever seen. They go out every single week and they play like they are third graders and have no idea how to play football. I mean, they don't know how to line up. They don't know not to wander down the damn field. The offensive linemen, they don't know formations. They can't even pounce on a football when there's nobody else around.
Oh, I remember when you saw that video, you said, what was he doing looking for a 4-leaf clover?
I mean, was there a quarter on the ground he was jumping and trying to cradle?
Oh.
There must have been a dollar bill fell out of somebody's pocket in the. He was jumping on to cover up the dollar bill. That's mine.
Oh,
I mean, what the hell?
Brett,
I mean,
John says we need to do story time on here. No, that wouldn't be good for service. Let me tell you. He's going to get fired, whatever, but not until they decide which Tuesday it is. Oh, God.
I'm telling you guys, I just want to see some good football.
I do too, Brad. Unfortunately.
Like, I just want to see some good football. How about you have an idea to go out and execute and play? I'm dead serious. How about you know what you're doing? You know how to line up.
Yeah. It's frustrating, bro. Let's be honest.
So, I mean, listen, guys, this is Texas. I fully expect Texas to probably come in here and win by 2+ touchdowns. I'm just being honest with you. If I'm betting this game, I'm definitely not betting Kentucky. Not the way they've been playing, because I see no evidence whatsoever that these people on the offensive side of the ball have any clue what they're doing.
Here's the problem you got. I'm going to say this and we'll move on to something else because I've got you riled up. So.
No, Kentucky football has me riled up.
Here's the thing. The more he well, no, Jared, he says, I hate to say it, but until they start getting killed in some of these games, they will keep Stoops. Hopefully we get beat by 50. That's not the problem. The problem is the continuous losing, the over and over stuff that keeps happening. The more it happens, the more louder the noise is going to get.
Look, my little rant with Clark Griswold rants, my problem. That's my problem. The dysfunction and the poor execution is my problem.
John Robinson says, when I was 10 and practicing with Big John in high school, he made me a better football player.
I saw that.
I appreciate that,
That's
John.
cool.
That's awful nice of you, bro.
I'm going to end it with this. I'm taking Texas here. I'm not taking Kentucky. I've seen nothing that says Kentucky is going to put a decent game together. I've seen nothing of sorts, to be honest with you. So
he said it's your damn fault, John. He wanted to talk about the Dodgers. Way to go.
I did want to talk about the Dodgers.
Yeah. Then we got on. Leadership, Jonathan, lacks a lot to be desired at Kentucky on both sides of the ball.
I'm so frustrated with the offense. I could care less about the defense. Until they fix that offense, I mean, they could give up 100 points. If they can't score 10, I mean, whatever. I'm just so tired of seeing that offense. It's been year after year.
It's like watching paint dry.
I'd rather watch the grass grow. Sit out on the front porch for a week, just a week, and watch the damn grass grow. I'm telling you, it's absolutely crazy. All right, guys. I am going to quit ranting and raving, but it's been a busy day with news topics today. Just before we end the show here, man, I want to give a true heartfelt, it broke my heart today to find out that Dominika Porova tore her ACL again for the women's team, Kentucky women's team. I just want to tell her, please keep trucking, keep going, find the best doctors, find the best opinion, get the best surgery you can, and find a way to fight through this and get healthy, because I know that you have a lot of talent if you can figure it out.
And I'll say this to kind of add to it. Don't let it frustrate you, because it can get you down and out in certain situations like that where you've been hurt back-to-back years. It's tough on anybody. I've seen it, with Lattimore at South Carolina, where he got injured with his knee. He was, I think, what was it, Brad, playing for the 49ers. He was forced to retire because of football.
Yeah.
It's tough because in your mind, when you have those kind of surgeries and you have those knee injuries, it makes you think, well, what if I make a cut? What if I do this and I hurt it again? like your
It's
mind's
so
thinking
hard. It's so hard mentally after you have it a second time.
it's
It's
tough.
just so
Yeah.
hard.
So just keep your head up. I wish you a speedy recovery here at College Sportscast.
Kurt
And
Signetti landed a huge contract. I understand with the success he's had why they are trying to lock him up when Penn State jobs opening, possibly Florida, all these other jobs opening up. I understand why they're trying to lock him up, but man, 64-year-old guy is all the way for 8 more seasons, all the way through 30-33. Almost $100 million, a $93 million contract. It's a lot of money to pay a guy. This is why teams have those huge buyouts, because they're trying to keep their guy there while he's hot and winning. And it's actually a ridiculous number, but what do you do? Just let him walk to Penn State? What do you do?
Robert Rhodes says, please keep the Dickie Martin family in your thoughts and prayers. The voice of the Ashland Tomcats.
All right, we will, Robert. I think that actually I saw you post that, so 100%. I'll put that even up on the screen if I can here. Let's see. There you go, Robert. Put that up for you on the screen. I think that's actually the photo that he's got up right now as well.
I think that's him, yeah.
On his Facebook. So I just want to put that up on the screen for you, Robert. So a couple of other news stories today. This is some Kentucky news stuff and Auburn, to be honest with you. Jamal Mashburn and Bruce Pearl was announced for TNT Sports to cover college basketball this year. Yep. TNT is covering college basketball. I thought it was really cool. Bruce Pearl and Jamal Mashburn. Yes, that Jamal Mashburn, Kentucky Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash.
The Monster Mash. I'm telling you, man, like it's really cool to see him back in the game. He's a really good businessman and has made a lot of money in business. I'm going to be tuning in to TNT Sports now because of Bruce Pearl and Jamal Mashburn. I thought that was really cool. Another name, Tony Delk, was hired today as a NBA scout for the Denver Nuggets. I thought that was a pretty cool little story. And then Chris Livingston was actually cut by the Milwaukee Bucks today.
Yeah, there was a lot of Kentucky news today.
There was some stuff going on, so I wanted to get to that real quick.
And last night, Auburn and Oklahoma State scrimmaged, and Oklahoma State beat Auburn last night. So that was another thing.
It was Stephen Pearl's first game exhibition. They got beat 97-95. Yep. It was a 2-point win. All right, guys, we are going to wrap this up. If you are with us and don't know about our home field apparel, I'm going to put that up on the screen. I'm also going to switch the QR code. The QR code is now home field apparel at the top of the screen. You can scan that code, QR code. It takes you straight to where you can shop. You can look up your team. There's over 180 collegiate teams there. Got a lot of cool retro stuff there for you. Check them out. CSCast is our code on home field apparel. And I'll run through and check what people are saying right before I go off. Go to the Real Fresh channel and Stadium Rant. I've got a couple of articles up this week. Check them out on Big Blue Madness and on the SEC basketball tip-off covering Kentucky. So check them out, both women's and men's.
I'll probably do a Kentucky, Texas article after it's
both women's and men's are in the same article. I got 2 of them out this week. Check them out. Go to the YouTube channel for the Real Fresh channel and Stadium Rant. And then check out our new show this coming Monday. We are now doing a show called Wildcat Weekly on Monday nights. That'll probably be our next show that we do on Monday night. So I did want to put that up as well. All right, guys, this has been Game Day Pick'ems. I want to run through here real quick. They're talking about the Bengals game. Let's see. Pittsburgh and the Bengals. Robert Rhodes says good. Dodgers won 3-1. Awesome. Steelers are up 10-7. Braden says old Rodgers. That's right. This is only the second game ever in the history of the NFL where both starting quarterbacks are over 40 years old.
Wow.
It's only the second game ever.
The retirement bowl.
It is, for real. No, I called it the Icy Hot Bowl. It's the Icy Hot Bowl.
We'll end on that one, Brad.
Yeah, it's the Icy Hot Bowl, guys. That's what it is. That's the name right there.
Oh, my goodness. Oh,
They're both will be taking a bath in the Icy Hot tonight.
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious.
All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Y'all have a good one. We will see you on Monday night for our new Wildcat Weekly show. I do like to have some fun here. And
have a good night, boys.
And don't forget the Tylenol on Saturday night. Don't forget the Tylenol on Saturday night.
Yeah, about halftime, probably.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one, y'all.